Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the final game of the season, the Rangers Rabble. My name's Brian, and I am joined again by Scott and Stuart. How you doing, boys?
Yeah, morning. Yeah, good.
Fine, Brian, fine.
So, boys, last game of the season. The team lines are not long out. We'll just have a quick run through them. It's McLaughlin in goals, Devine right back, King centre half with Balogun, Sands, Davis, Ramsey, Lowry, Arfield, Itten, and Ahmed. Now, not by my reckoning, there doesn't seem much of a left back there, Scott. Uh, what do you think the formation is going to be?
I don't know, but I think it just plays wherever you want.
It's
Uh, I think, Sands has played there before for
yeah,
New York at times, so he'll probably fall in there. Arfield can fill in at a full back role at a push. I think they'll just get to enjoy themselves. There's no pressure on them, is there?
no, I don't suppose there
Some of the
is.
young players maybe want to have a wee showcase what they can do, push for next season. You've got Ramsey looking to see if he can get in the starting 11 for midweek. Davis will be at Stephen Davis. Itten's just I don't know. I don't know if you'll get for Itten because he might be in a half. He's not really featured. Maybe he want to showcase for next. So it depends where he'll be next year. But I'm looking forward to see Lowry again because I thought he was really good the other night. Ahmad as well. He's hit a bit of form. I'd actually like to see him come back next season, Brian. But no,
Mhm.
Leon King to me has to be involved next season. And I'm just looking forward to the game. And there's no pressure on Rangers because
Yeah.
Hearts have got quite a strong team out.
Yeah. Are you surprised at that, Stuart? I mean, we've obviously got a massive game Wednesday and then Saturday following. Are you surprised Hearts went quite as strong? Are we expecting them to go a little bit weaker?
Maybe a little bit weaker. I don't know why they played Gordon. Because he's to me he's the best player, the goalkeeper. Um, but yeah, they'll, they'll be looking to get a mental lift from
Yeah.
this game, and I think that's probably why he's put out such a strong Hearts team just to try and get that lift. But I think the team we're putting in is still good enough to beat Hearts.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a game that's basically. My cat is here again. It's almost as though this game's just sort of came at the wrong time, though, isn't it? I mean, we've got such two big games coming up, Scott. You just want to get this out of the way, and hopefully, none of the sort of squad players that could feature on Wednesday and Saturday get injured.
To be honest with you, I don't think they will. I think Hearts will be the same. I don't think there'll be any full body challenges in this game.
No.
Because Hearts are looking forward to next Saturday, obviously, and we're looking forward to Wednesday and Saturday. So I think if they play football, probably not a lot of contact, but you never know in these games. Sometimes it can be. But I think it'll be a good game, especially just the younger guys. I'm looking forward to seeing because they're the ones you want to feature more next season. But I'm just looking forward to a game that's not getting any pressure on us, Brian,
Yeah.
because we've not a game like that for a wee while now. So just looking forward to going out and seeing how these guys do and hopefully put on a good show and even get the win. I wouldn't. If we don't get the win, we don't get it. Obviously, the pressure's off the league because we can't get that anymore. But I hope everybody plays well because I've got a feeling he could feature midweek.
I think that's true. I mean, Stuart, we've been well, a few of the rabble have been crying for young guys to get a start, at least
Yeah,
play in these games that really don't matter. And it's nice to get to see Divine, King, and Lowry and all getting starts, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Especially Lowry, because I do think he'll play a part on Wednesday night at some point.
Yeah,
Um, he'll come on, but yeah, even the game back against Dundee United when Divine came on as sub, Leon King played excellent that game as well. This looks like it's going to be the spine of the team moving forward. It is Leon King centre half, Lowry midfield, and if we start building the team around some of these guys,
yeah.
with a bit of youth, bit of experience, obviously talent. Um, yeah, I could see Lowry and King being at the club for a long, long time, being mainstays of the team.
At the start, you said, Scott, that you were quite keen to see Ahmed come back.
Yeah,
Obviously, he started brightly at Ross County when he scored. He then played the following fixture at across at the East End. Didn't have a great game, and then pretty much was missing for weeks. and then he made a reappearance the last few games, and he's actually started to play really well. So is that one that you think could be revisited in the summer in another loan, or do you think it's thanks and goodbye?
I think if he's available, Joe might look at it, to be fair. I think sometimes we expect too much for players who just come straight through the door. We expect them to hit the ground running. But sometimes it takes players a while just to settle in a new way of playing, a new way of living, just a different set of play together. You know yourself, the rest of Scotland living in this goldfish bowl is totally different than living anywhere else. Because you're under spotlight for the minute you walk through Ibrox. And some players can handle it, some players can. I mean, I always remember back to Mark Gately when he came. I know that's a long time ago now, but it took Big Marker a season and a bit to actually get full running on the park. Do you know what I mean? Getting the goals and getting, you got a lot of stick back then for being, why did we sign him? He's hopeless. Even Ali went through that as well when we signed him. So I think he came in and done okay. He went out of the team, but I think Gio knows his talent. He's only a young boy. He's still pretty raw. He's not played a lot of first team football for Atlanta or Man United, but you can see the talent he's got. And I think if he came back, I would take him back. 'Cause I think we've got a lot of good young players ourselves, but we need a wee bit higher quality as well. And I don't know what we're going to be like signing players. I don't think we'll spend as much money as some people are saying, because I think that's just the way Rangers are working, especially Ross Wilson. So, but I'm actually happy, Brian, to see like Ross McCausland on the bench, Cole McKinnon on the bench, Tony Weston. I thought McCann might have started, but even Robbie Fraser and Murray Miller, these guys I've watched a few times for the B side and all look really good players. So I'm hoping to get some minutes today, especially Ross, because Ross is a really exciting player. Young boy Ross McCausland. But I like Cole McKinnon, and I hope he gets some minutes, because I think Cole's got a big future ahead of him.
I was just about to say that, Stuart. I mean, apart from McCrory and Simpson, the rest of the bench, I don't think. Maybe I think McCann's featured, maybe McCausland once. The rest of the bench really haven't featured for our first team. So this is a great day for them just to get warmed up and, hopefully get some minutes into them.
And it's going to be a stadium where there's always a good atmosphere. Tynecastle. There's always a cracking atmosphere at Tynecastle. Tight ground as well. So it's going to be great. I reckon half time there'll be 5 coming off and 5 going on.
Yeah.
Irrespective of what the scoreline is, just to let them young lads experience an atmosphere that they're going to go out and play in.
I think this is one that a lot of people are wanting to see. This young lad, McKinnon, Scott, he's just signed a new deal, isn't he? Till 2024, I think it was. So he's a guy that obviously they're quite keen on, and it'd be nice to see him get a run out.
Yeah, Cole's, I don't know many times I keep always give him a lot of credit in this pod, because I really like him as a player. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can get you goals. He can defend. His distribution is really good. I just like him as a player, Brian. I think if we can get him up and running and he can fulfil the potential I think he has, it will save us a lot of money, but it could also make us a lot of money as well. And we have to do that. We can't always go out, and it's not even as much money buying players, it's the wages players looking for nowadays.
Yeah.
That's out with us. We can't really go any higher, maybe 30, 35, and that's pushing it. I mean, you look at clubs in England, even in the Championship, paying more than that. We can't deal with, so we can't spend money like that. So if we can bring through young guys, that's a way to go. But we can't bring through too many young guys, because that doesn't work either. Need a bit of both experience and young players. But it's good to see him in the bench. It's good to see him. The only one I'm interested in is, I don't know why Atten's playing, to be fair, because he's not really
European place
for us. And even the boy Jack Simpson, we forgot about Jack, and I don't see him being at Ibrox next season either, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I'd rather Tony West put up front today, just to give Tony a run out. I know it might be a wee bit of gap because Tony's not featured, but give him some experience rather than putting a tin there who might not be interested, to be honest with you, because he's that far out of the picture.
Stuart, obviously the left back is going to be an issue for going forward, because Bassi plays centre half and Barisic is left back now. Oh, it was always the case that Barisic was the number one left back, and then Bassi was regarded as the backup left back. But it's now the case that that's changed. Now, do we think we're seeing King playing left back today, or
could possibly be, because Stanton could play centre half. It's one of his versatile positions that he has played for previous clubs.
Yeah.
So that is an option. It's actually a good point by CGM to King at left back and maybe Sands at centre half.
Yeah. I think you alluded to that, Scott, didn't you? Sands, he's played centre half for New York, so it's not a position he's unfamiliar with.
He's played centre half, he's played left back. New York he played a few different positions for them because that's the way he can play. I don't know if Leon will play left back. I know he could probably do it, no bother, but I prefer him at centre half, especially being next to Balogun, who can make the odd mistake. So Leon has to keep him in check.
Yeah. I think the other one I was quite keen on, I think you alluded to, Scott, was young Tony Weston. Now, I think he's more than deserved a place on the bench at the first team at Rangers. And, for his season, he's granted that he's played for the B team and it's certainly not the level of SPL, but I think he's deserved a spot on the bench in recent weeks, hasn't he?
He has, because he's doing all he can, and he's scoring goals. And
yeah,
I always say it doesn't matter what level you're playing at. If you can put a ball in the net, there's something about you, because that's the hardest thing in football is scoring goals, and he's doing it on a regular basis. So you have to give him a chance, because if you don't know what he can offer. And I think he needs. It's difficult to bring him in at times because the managers might know what to change. I think they might think they're too inexperienced, but you can see that about every game. So as well, just give him on some game time just to see what he can do. We've done it with Lowry. He got it probably I'm not saying a fluke, but had you injured and he brought out Lowry on, and look what happened for Alec then. Do you know what I mean? If had you never get injured, we'd have been talking about Alec Lowry. If had you was still fit, it's all ifs and buts. But he deserves a chance, Tony, because he's scored a lot of goals. His movement's fantastic. He might be a bit small, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of small footballers about the world who can play at a high level. So I think Tony Weston deserves a chance.
What kind of centre forward? I haven't seen much of him. Scott. What kind of centre forward is he? An out and out number 9, or is he?
Is that? I'm at an age where he reminds me of Tony Cotty. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah.
He's similar to that.
Good
He's
comparison.
a penalty box player. He can score goals. He can shoot with both feet. He played against Julian when we played the Celtics B-side, and he came back in. He found it quite tough because Julian's quite a physical player. He's tall. But that's the type of players he's going to have to get used to playing against. But he likes it on the ground. He likes to move. He can pass and then he moves. And I like the way he plays, Tony, I have to say. And he's quick as well. Maybe because he's small, it looks like his legs are moving faster. We don't know. But he is quick. He's probably about the same size as me, so he's not very tall. But he scores goals, Stuart. And like I said earlier, if you can score goals at any level, you've got something about you. Because that's the hardest part of football, in my opinion, scoring goals.
Yeah. I'll take this to both of you. You can both fire in with this. I mean, is McKinnon a possibility for a long-term replacement for Ryan Jack? Do you see him in that sort of build?
I think you could. I mean, Ryan's obviously had injury problems in the past, and we know what Ryan Jack offers to his side. But Ryan Jack plays with more defensively sound, but Cole's got that in his game. He's still learning right enough. So I think even playing next to Ryan Jack or John Lundstrom would benefit Cole. So I think long term he very well might be. And like I said earlier, if it could be, he would save us a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think we could probably see the Cole getting promoted to the first team squad and training alongside Lundstrom's and Jacks and Davis. And that's where you'll benefit from the experience.
Absolutely. I mean, Stuart, this is a great. Well, I think a few people have made this point. Playing it and to try and get him in the shop window to sell him in the summer, some team will take a chance on him. I mean,
were young boys not interested? They're not. Yeah, tweet.
Hopefully, somebody is.
Somebody put the young boys.
Young boys, Burn.
And put an interest in him. So I think
that could be Stuart. I don't know if we'll get money back we pay for him, but
no,
he's not got a long term future at Rangers, so we're better getting him off the wage bill and giving that wage to somebody else.
I still don't know why we put him out on loan to Germany, to be quite honest.
Well, it was the fact that we punted Defoe and took him back. That was the bizarre one for me.
Yeah.
Do you want to answer about these comments, Brian? Everyone's asking me if this is a new home top.
I'm just away to say this is coming up a lot, Scott. We're going to have to get a bit of a fashion shoot here and a bit of a twirl.
I think it may be. I've been told it is, but until we know for sure for the store, we get emails every day for the store. So hopefully this one's the next one you get. But I'm told it is. But
is that not from the official store? No.
Not from Glasgow, no.
Oh dear. So I take it both of you are not surprised that there's the vast majority of what we expect to start on Wednesday not playing. Did you expect any of them to get any game time today, or is it much and such what you expected?
Pretty much what I expected. It was.
No chances taken.
Yeah. Wednesday's too important for us. I thought Manchester was going to be the game in a lifetime for me, and for it to come round so quickly again.
Yeah.
I just think don't take any chances. Everything seems to be written in the stars at the moment. I'm touching wood, I'm crossing toes, fingers, you name it. I'm not sleeping like a cat on a hot tin roof. But yeah, no surprises. Didn't think any of them would really start.
I
Do you
think you're
think
probably.
anybody would start, Scott?
I thought I'd push maybe Tav and Golson just because they always play.
Yeah.
They don't miss any football. So I think if you asked they to, they'd probably say they wanted to play. Especially Connor. If Connor's leaving, which I still hope he won't, but by all accounts he is. So I think he'd want to play just to, because in how many games has that guy played over 4 years is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Do you know what I mean? Tav's the same.
Ridiculous.
So I think they two of them are special. Like they bring so much. I know I've had their critics over the years, but Tavernier years to me is a Rangers legend. He should be in the Hall of Fame, and Connor is the best defender we've had for a long time. So, and I know people probably criticise me, but Connor Golson's just superb, and I think that's how Bassey's improved that much because he's playing next to Connor. That's how I think Bassey's best position is centre half. And I think if somebody does come in an offer for Calvin, which I don't, hopefully they don't, but I think if it did, it'd be more of a centre back and it would be a left back. But I'm happy with the team, Brian, and I'm just looking forward to the game.
Yeah, I mean, are you surprised Balogun started, Stuart? I mean, he's one that could potentially be involved in Wednesday night.
I'm not surprised he started because I was expecting him to get some more minutes into the legs.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll start on Wednesday, but we always need somebody like Balogun on the bench as a backup, just in case, God forbid, anything does happen to. I won't say their names because it'll just happen if I say their names. But he's there as a backup. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to go through some of the comments here. I mean, this is one of I think Giovanni's going to go with a back three on Wednesday, lads. I mean, I don't see that happen. I think he's going to stick with the back four with Lundstrom just playing the sort of sweeper role. Scott, do you?
I think it depends. I mean, I was critical of Gio to start. I think a lot of people were, but I think now he knows what his players can do. I think the way he watches opposition teams play is very good, and you've seen it when he put Ryan Jack Winfield in at right back. Lundstrom is sitting deep, but Tav is that far forward. So I think Gio can tweak things that work in Rangers' favour. Yet when we're defending, we're back into the usual mode of defending. Do you know what I mean? Lundstrom just sitting, Tav getting back. So I think it'll be interesting, but I think the Mackay and Voss and Gio, they're good at watching opposition and they're good at thinking out how they play. Don't get me wrong, Frankfurt are a decent side, but they're not as good as Dortmund and Leipzig. So I'm confident for Wednesday. Like Stuart, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'm more confident. So I think he'll play the way he feels it's going to benefit us. And I think the Germans I've watched us as well, and they know John can sit Lundstrom as in and what Ryan Jack can do. So they'll know us as well. So I think to me a back three is we're stronger than a back three because we use our full backs very well up front.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. So I think he'll do whatever he feels is beneficial for Wednesday night, Brian. Which I'm looking forward to, but today it's all about Hearts, which I'm looking forward to as well.
I must admit, I do share your thoughts, Stuart, that it could be wholesale changes at half time. Unless he maybe does the old double treble sub, and instead of doing it all in a oneer.
Yeah, maybe in 60th minute, 65th, 70th.
Yeah. But I'd certainly like to see the likes of Davis, Ramsey, Lowry, Arfield, the main engine room there come off, maybe half time. Because let's be honest, those guys could play a part on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, they're part of the squad. So, and I think on Wednesday we are going to need every bit of experience that we've got.
Yeah.
Because, as was said, Frankfurt, they're no mugs.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think get them out, give them the 45, 50, 60 minutes, then off, and then just freshens them for Wednesday night if they're required.
I think this was a lot of people's thoughts, maybe, Scott, that, just play the young guys. Just play an entire young team.
To be honest with you, he's not far away for that, is he?
It's not far away, no.
So he just put the players that maybe need more minutes in their legs and maybe try to come back, and then he's gave the young guys a game, plus the bench is full of young guys, so
Yeah.
he's probably went the way. I mean, only maybe Arfield, Ramsey, maybe Davis can maybe feature in Wednesday. I'm at a push, but the rest of them, I think Gio knows his team for Wednesday, to be fair.
Yeah, I think
and that's how
does.
none of them are playing. And I don't include Roof in that, because I don't see Roof even in the bench. So I think he knows his team, and that's why they're all resting, because it's not just Wednesday. We've got 2 cup finals coming up. Not just Wednesday, we've got 2, and I think he'll be looking at it as well. Not just the one, but the 2 of them.
So, Stuart, score prediction. This is not going to be easy.
3-1.
All right.
And I'm going to go with Leon King.
Okay.
First goal scorer.
Everybody get your comments in for the first goal scorer and the correct score, please. So, Scott, what is your prediction?
I actually don't think I'll win, Brian, but I'll say 2 each. I can't even say Tav. I always say Tav. He's not playing. So I'm going to be Ahmad, but I think it'll be 2 each.
2 each.
Well, I actually think Hearts will sneak it, but I'll say 2 each. I don't want to say Hearts, so I'll say 2 each. Just because I think they've got a stronger side out, and I think they'll be happy to beat the finalists of the Europa League, maybe winners of Europa League. So I think Hearts are up for that, and that's the way they play. But I think I'm just happy to see young guys get a chance and pull on the blue shirt and go out and make a name for themselves.
Very true. I'll go 2-1 Rangers, and I'll put. I'm just going to throw this one just because it's a bad day. I'm going to say it in first scorer just for a laugh. Because I want to get to the shop window to get rid of him.
Somebody else agreed with
you. 4-0 on Ramsey. 2-1 Ramsey. 2-1 Ramsey. Tony Weston double off the bench, first goal scorer and 4-0. That's aggressive.
I especially bring him on the 75th minute.
Oh, geez. 2-1 Lowry. Good shout. I like that one. Never thought of that. Andy Holiday double and Suter 3-0. Oh, well.
I'm hoping that's going to be the goal scorers next Saturday, but their own goals.
Yeah, exactly. 3-2 in. Now, this is a shout. 3-6. We need first goal scorers, by the way, folks, not just the score. Yeah. Nicholas Moore,
on the rookies.
Unsurprisingly, goes for Ramsey's first goal scorer, 2-0. There's 2-1 first. See, it's getting a bit of a shout here. 3-0 Rangers Dalio. Now, this is ridiculous. Come on. 1-6 Ahmed treble. Davey, you've been on someone this morning. No way.
You won't be saying that. We could get the reaction if it
don't.
W.
3-2 Lowry. Battle Fever. 3-1 Dalio. That's not a bad shout. Now, if this happens, well, I don't know what to say if that happens. He'll be in the starting lineup for Wednesday if he does that.
I bet you. I don't know. He's not in the squad, is he?
No,
Europa League
he's
squad
not
anyway.
Squad, neither he is. No, neither he is. Oh well, that's
I've no chance of me being in the lineup.
No chance of me being in the lineup.
Oh dear.
My body's a temple. It's a ruin.
Well, it's 22. There's 20 minutes. Well, 35 minutes till kickoff. So we'll leave it there.
Right.
We'll leave it there, and we hold on.
Yes.
Oh, the boss man is in the house.
You just try to show off yourself fancy dress.
Look at this shirt and tie, folks.
Yes,
How did the court appearance go?
I'm at a family event at the Hamilton Sheriff Court. No, I just have to say,
to play for flashing.
I'm just on very, very quickly. Brian, mate, going to learn how to say Ahmad's name right. It's Dame nothing.
Ahmad.
You're saying Ahmad. You're saying
Diallo.
you're just. It's Diallo or Ahmad. Going to just say it right.
Diallo.
Diallo.
It's Dame nothing. He's not called Diallo. He's not Spanish.
It might be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Um,
El Gringo.
obviously, I'm going to try my best to catch the game, but I am at a family event, so because I'm hoping to speak to you all on the reaction about.
Yeah, pod
Seville.
in, phone in the horn.
Well, yes. I just thought I'd say a big hello to everybody. And Brian, that was Dame nothing. I had to. That was Dame nothing.
All right.
Right. So I'll
Nothing like
speak to you
naming
all
and
very
shaming.
soon.
Are you still in the car? You've been sitting in the car for the last half an hour. You're in McDonald's drive-through or something.
I'm not allowed in. Right,
You're
I'll
dressed
see you
up for
later,
nothing.
okay? Yes, I'm dressed up to sit in the car.
It's a chauffeur.
Right, I'll see you all later.
Right, see you later,
Okay,
man.
cheers.
Yeah, brother. Cheers.
That was Dame Ma.
Tell you. But we'll leave it there, folks. We'll have, I think, Scott, Stu, and myself on the reaction, and obviously Martin will be trying to jump on at some point. We hope you enjoy the game, enjoy seeing some of the young lads, and we shall catch you on the reaction after the game. Thanks very much. See you soon.